Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad that you've joined me today because we are going to do something that I think you're just going to absolutely love. This is easy and pretty quick, and so it's a great addition to any meal, anytime. It's called German fried potatoes. And so what I've done is I have my fry pan and I've melted a half a stick of butter. So that is why I think this recipe is so yummy. I used to make this a long time ago, and I was looking through my recipe cards, and I have everything of mine in a book. And I saw this, and I thought, oh my goodness, this would be so wonderful to share with people because it's easy and so yummy. And so basically, there are a lot of there's a French dish with potatoes and onions, and there's just a lot of different takes on cooking potatoes and onions together. But I know I've cut off the top of my head, but I wanted y'all to see this really well. This is one I think that you're going to love. I love anything that has adds a little bit of water when you cook it because it just makes it very, very tender. And so anyway, here we go. So I've got I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. My onions, as you go, melted the butter, half a stick, and then I sliced two onions, I think, for this, and then 2 Irish potatoes. So you can hear the sizzle. Can you hear the sizzle? I love that sound, don't y'all? And we're gonna just let them cook and brown just a little bit on each side, and then we'll flip them over, and then we will add a little bit of water. And then we'll steam it just a little bit until the potatoes get cooked through and the onions are super tender. And anyway, I think you're going to love it. So can you hear that? Here we go. I think if you wanted to salt the potatoes at this point, you certainly can. And I'll do that. I'll give it a little bit of salt. At the end, we're going to finish it with a little bit of Dana Dash. Actually, I was going to tell y'all, if you hear a lot of noise, it's Saturday morning, and I have this sweet guy from Louisiana that does landscaping, and he is working in my yard. So whenever he came to talk to me about everything we needed to get done, I gave him some Dana Dash. And he told me this morning, he said, I love it because we have used Cajun seasoning on everything I've ever eaten since I was little in my home, and now I do with my wife. He's got one little boy, and he said it's actually, now little Cajun babies, they get used to meat or just real flavorful spices quick. And he said I can even let him have some. So that was like the best compliment. So can you hear that sizzle? All right. So you can see that they're crisping up just a little bit. I actually think this is about the best depth to cut your potatoes and onions. I'm so sorry, y'all. My hair's falling down in my eyes because I'm turning this way. But you can cut them a little bit thinner if you want this to cook quicker, or if you want the potatoes to have a crispier take on it instead of more of a steamed, full-bodied potato. So just do whatever you want to do, but this is the way I like to do it. Okay, so you can see that. Now I'm going to make 2 different batches of it. You can see that the potatoes are browning just a little bit, and that's exactly what you want, is for them to brown just a little bit. And so we will turn them over, and the onions are just cooking great. There's just some magic about potatoes and onions. They just are such a good match, and so that's why I think these dishes are so popular, and people love them so much. So let's do that. Now I'm going to turn my potatoes over. So see, that's just about perfect. So I'll turn them over. All right, last potato going over. Now, you can see that this is really cooking well. And so I'll salt this side of the potatoes and season it with just a little bit of black pepper. We don't use tons of black pepper, but I know a lot of people just, think that a lot of dishes need that black pepper. So we'll use it with this dish, and I think it'll be yummy. So can you hear that sizzle again? See, we turned them over, and so there you go. It's got that great sizzle. So what I'm going to do is, and now the only thing we're cooking them in is butter. And this was a half a stick, which was just perfect for this size pan. And gosh, y'all, these onions are going to taste so good too. I was trying to get the angle where you could really see this dish. I never do it very well. I'm working on it. And so, anyway, you can see how this takes not very long. Now, we could just let them fry, for sure. But the recipe calls for you to add a little bit of water. And so I would think that was probably about a fourth cup, not much. And then put the lid on and let them smother. And, we love like smothered chicken. My mom used to make it all the time. You can smother okra and tomatoes. And we went out to the Amish country twice this week, and I've already cooked my greens. I had a bag this big, and it made a pot this big, and I'm telling you, I put smoked turkey necks in them. So I'll show them to you. I'm going to post about it. But they are so yummy. The first time I've ever used smoked turkey necks, but I talked to a lady that has been cooking greens for a long time, and that's what she suggested. So we're going to let this smother, and then we're going to add our Dana Dash. And while it's smothering, let me thank you for following me, and please follow, subscribe. Please share our videos and comment. It just helps them to move along. And you can order Dana Dash on my website, Miss Dana's Kitchen, and you can order my cookbook. And this is excellent for Christmas gifts. Whenever people order it for Christmas gifts, I send some Christmas wrapping with it. So I think you'll love that. So here are our German fried potatoes. They're actually, let's see, let me check. Yep, they're getting tender and just so yummy. So I'll be back whenever they're tender. I'll plate them, and I'll show you how yummy they are and how delicious they look. And my kitchen smells amazing. So see you in a minute. Okay, y'all, they're on their last leg, about to be ready, but one potato was tender enough for me to take out and show you. So I took it out because they are hot, but this is the way they look. Isn't that beautiful, y'all? Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. So let me see if I can take a little taste. And I think it's good if you can get a little taste of the onion and the potato too. What I was going to tell you was I did add water one more time, so it's about a fourth to a third of a cup. Add it, and then put your lid back on and let it cook again. And then I added this is nearing the end. I added another let's say 2 tablespoons of butter, just to kind of finish it off. And then whenever you take it out, sprinkle on your Dana Dash. This could be your new favorite dish, y'all. It is yummy. And the onions are so yummy too. A match made in heaven. I think you're going to love it. German fried potatoes and onions. Bon appetit, y'all.